Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce. Hey guys, Pouncy here. Get your ears ready to rumble! Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce.
Good morning, guys. I should probably take the camera a little further away, but my arm's only so long. I wasn't gifted with long arms, but it is proportioned to my body, so I would look kind of funny with long arms and, yeah, with my height. Anyway, it's a little early, but I've been up all night, obviously, with Boo, but I really wanted to address something that I feel very passionate about. Oh, obviously I'm 49. Maybe this camera makes me look better, maybe not. I don't know. But anyhow, I take care of myself, but that's not the point of this conversation. I try to take care of myself, but I do eat naughty foods, trust me. So that's not the point of this conversation because I always go off tangent. What I want to do is talk about Michael Jackson. Now, I grew up with him and loved his, obviously, I think every young girl had a little crush on him. But when I look back, I think I was attracted to his gentleness and his sweetness and his pureness. I tend in life to usually date men or are drawn to men that have that innocence about them. And I'm not talking about they're not masculine or whatever, but you get the point. They have this energy about them that's softer. Anyway, the point I'm going to try to make is it really hurts me that now he has passed on and these two guys are coming out and, just tarnish. Hey, someone was ringing in on my phone, so they screwed up my recording. Telemarketer. I'm so over this. I'm so over the way things run today. I know I'm talking about Michael Jackson, but I'm very offended by how we allow us to pay for our security to be protected. And these scams have changed, which I'm going to be doing a special on that, taking your SS number, which I've had people do, and identity theft. I've had 2 people do that already in my lifetime. So, and for some reason they get away with it, But I will be doing a subject on that and some of the stuff that I've gone through, scams with even putting money down on a property and then finding out later it wasn't the person. It's kind of sucky when you lose money or, your identity's taken and then you have to go and fix it yourself. And it's a lot of time and energy and not to mention money. So I'm just going to continue about Michael Jackson real quick. I just think these 2 guys that are tarnishing his name is really sad. I think they have denied this in the past, that he did anything to them. And obviously Michael Jackson has had, from what his family has said, which I believe them, they're his nieces and nephews and his own children, and always had like a pajama party. And I don't know how to express this, but I'm just going to put it this way. I have Wilbur, who is like the love of my life. And I'm sure there's people out there that have pets. And they sleep in bed with their pets and they just enjoy their energy. And sometimes people rather be around children and pets rather than adult humans because they wake up moody and they're, they right away, they rub off on you and ruin your day. I've had many people do that. Well, I notice when I have a day with very little human contact, I always look back at my day and say, wow, what a great day I had. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't have that much interaction with humans. So I'm going to just say this. I don't believe he is guilty. I can watch the body language of this guy. I think his name is Wade, and there's another guy too who's, and I think they're looking to make money. And from what I gather, he, needs money. Anyway, the point I'm making is that I don't need to watch the documentary to know that watching just a small interview with his body language with Oprah and how he looks away, just pay attention to those things. The camera's shaking because Wilbur is pounding on my belly and my boobs to put the phone down. So he's a little bit of a monster. I'll show you real quick. There he is. He loves being a monster. Anyway, I just feel like this is something that is really sad. And, you know, when someone dies, you kind of want to leave it alone, let it be. And they've denied any before being attacked by him or having any type of fondling or anything going on. And now all of a sudden, you know, this guy's supposedly in his 40s and needs money. And this is the way they're going to make money, is by coming up with a convoluted story. And it's just really sad. I think Macaulay Culkin would be one that would hopefully come forward. And maybe other ones will come forward and say that's not true. It never happened to them. It just, it's hard for some adult humans to understand the energy of Michael Jackson because they don't vibrate at his level. And that doesn't mean that he's higher than them. It just means vibrate. And I like to say that I vibrate at his energy level as far as I understand what that feels like. Just because you have something sleeping in your bed doesn't make it dirty. It's exactly what I said about Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper with the Oscars. It's like, doesn't make it dirty. And I just want people to kind of get that, hopefully. There's an innocence and a purity that I think Michael Jackson had. I'm not saying he didn't have a little bit of eccentric energy. For sure he did. He lived his life very much, obviously lost his childhood. We know about all that. And wanted to relive it. And maybe in deep down inside wished he was Peter Pan, or really told himself he was, just so he could, it's about fitting in, and it's about fitting into your bubble of what I don't see that to be a crime. And I think he wanted to be around children because they're innocent and they make things simple. You ever babysit a child or be around a child, you'll see that everything's simple. It's not complicated. It's not, attitude, except if the kid's behaving badly. But you get the point. That's usually a reflection of their parents, but you get the point. Usually it's joyful and it's like funny and, innocence. And that's the same way definitely with animals. So that's why people say I'd rather have an animal than be around a human, because animals have that pureness. So I think that's what Michael Jackson was drawn to. And I just think all this bullshit about, tarnishing his name, leave him alone. He was a great, amazing, amazing performer, entertainer, so talented, and just not accepted by some humans because they can't relate to how you could walk through life and be possibly asexual or possibly whatever it was he was. And, I can really look at him and dig deep and feel a similarity in our energies, not identical, but similarities. And, I think he was a beautiful person. The last guy I dated, which was a long relationship, he was born the day after Michael Jackson, which I think is the 28th. Michael's like the 26th or 27th of August. And Jeff was the 28th. And I felt similarities. Not all together, but I could see that innocence in him that he tried to hide because he didn't want to. He had his own issues about boundaries and, his own shit going on. And he's, an officer. So there was a lot of stuff going on there, but I don't want to get into logistics of that. But I felt energy from him that was similar. And I'm attracted to that, like that innocent part of you that gets, anyway, I don't want to keep explaining. You get the point, hopefully. So I don't think he is guilty. I think it's horrible how people even question it. And they just want to always tag people with some negativity instead of just allowing him to be remembered as the wonderful performer that he is and this soft, beautiful spirit that really walked through this planet with a different energy that all of us could only hope that is lingering in us, which is a childlike energy. So hopefully I made sense. I don't know, it's pretty early in the morning, but I wanted to put it out there. I don't think he's guilty of any of this, and shame on Wade and whoever the other creature is of bad-mouthing him. But karma's a bitch. It always seems to come back to you. So I hope Michael Jackson's family is able to fix this somehow. Anyway, Pouncy's out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.
Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce.
Coming soon to a city near you.